Good morning, everybody. My name is Pranav, a legal intern at Lexis and Company for the month of June. And in legal news, forced vaccination violates fundamental rights. The Meghalaya High Court. Forcing shopkeepers, vendors, local taxi drivers, etc. to get vaccinated as a condition for resuming their business or profession will fall foul of Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution, the court said. The Meghalaya High Court has held that vaccination administered by way of coercive methods vitiates the fundamental purpose of welfare attached to the vaccination in the ongoing case of Registrar General, High Court of Meghalaya versus State of Meghalaya. Thus, forcing shopkeepers, vendors, local taxi drivers, etc. to get vaccinated as a condition for resuming their business or profession will fall foul of Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution. The judgment stated that, however, vaccination by force or being made mandatory by adopting coercive method vitiates the very fundamental purpose of the welfare attached to it. It impinges on the fundamental rights as such, especially when it affects the right or means of livelihood, which makes it possible for a person to live. The observations were made after it was brought to the notice of the court that the state, through various orders passed by the deputy commissioners, had mandated shopkeepers, vendors, local taxi drivers, etc. to get themselves vaccinated before resuming their business. The court discussed two questions in this regard. Firstly, whether vaccination can at all be made mandatory. Secondly, whether such mandatory action can adversely affect the right of a citizen to earn their livelihood. At the outset, the bench of Chief Justice of Biswanath Somadher and Justice H.S. Tang Q noted that vaccination is the need of the hour and absolutely necessary to overcome the pandemic. The court, however, observed that no action of the state shall be in derogation of the fundamental right to livelihood enshrined under Article 19(1)(g) of the Constitution, unless it falls within the ambit of reasonable restrictions. The court referred to the Olga Tellis and others versus the Bombay Municipal Corporation that right to life includes the right to means of livelihood. Any action of the state which is in absolute derogation of the basic principle is squarely affected by Article 19(1)(g). Although Article 19(6) prescribes reasonable restrictions in the interest of general public, the present instance is exemplary and clearly distinguishable. The court relied on judgment more than a century old to establish that a coercive element to vaccination has time and again been discouraged and consistently ruled against by several courts. Around 107 years ago, in Schlondorf versus Society of New York Hospitals, NY Justice Cardozo ruled out that every human being of adult years and sound mind has a right to determine what should be done with their body. Thus, by use of force or through deception, if an unwilling capable adult is made to have the flu vaccine, would be considered both a crime and a tort or civil wrong, as was ruled in Airedale NHS Trust versus Bland, reported around 30 years ago. The bench also drew a comparison between intrusion to one's body through a needle to other issues concerning personal and bodily autonomy. Whether to subject oneself to an intrusion of his or her body, even if of a minor intensity, example, through a needle, concerns issue of personal and even bodily autonomy and bodily integrity. Similar to abortion rights or non-sterilization rights to, or even sex reassignment surgeries, irrespective of what consequences the individual may be inviting. Further discussing the state's responsibility to disseminate accurate information and avoid spread of misinformation, the court underscored that the burden lies on the state to sensitize citizens about the pros and cons of vaccination. The burden lies on the state to disseminate and sensitize the citizens of the entire exercise of vaccination, which is pros and cons, and facilitate informed decision making, particularly in a situation where the beneficiaries are skeptical, susceptible, and belonging to vulnerable, marginalized section of the society, some of whom are also gullible members of the indigenous communities who are constantly being fed with deliberate misinformation regarding the efficacy of vaccination by some persons or organizations with oblique motives. The Principal Secretary stated that the existing orders on vaccine compliance will be modified and the requirement of vaccination would be made directory and not mandatory. The court also found this a step in the right direction. The bench also issued guidelines to ensure that the public at large is able to make an informed choice. That is, all shops, establishments, local taxis, auto rickshaw, maxi cabs, and buses should display prominently at a conspicuous place assigned vaccinated in the event all employees and staff of the concerned shop establishment are vaccinated. Similarly, in the case of local taxis, auto rickshaws, maxi cab and buses, where the concerned driver or conductor or helpers are vaccinated. Secondly, all shops, establishments, local taxi, auto rickshaw, maxi cabs and buses should display prominently at a conspicuous place assigned not vaccinated in the event all the employees and the staff of the concerned shop or establishment are not vaccinated. Similarly, in the case of local taxis, rickshaws, cabs and buses, where the concerned driver or conductor or helpers are not vaccinated. Closure or stoppage of plying was directed for those who flout these guidelines. The matter will be heard again on June 30th for the court to monitor the issue closely in aiding the state to overcome the problem of vaccine hesitancy. With this, I come to the end for today's topic. Thank you.